Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Friends, it's a time for prepared statements. At least that's what I thought. And in fact, I'm deciding to do this just off the cuff because today we're watching the series finale of Star Trek Lower Decks, Season 5, Episode 10, The New Next Generation. Friends, it's been a great trip with you all. The community around Star Trek and specifically Lower Decks has been absolutely welcoming. It's been less than a year, just right around a year since I started this journey, and catching up with all of you and being able to share in this series finale of Star Trek Lower Decks means the absolute world. I appreciate each and every one of you supporting the channel. If you want to hit that like, you want to hit that subscribe, that's awesome. If you want to join us on Patreon, that's great. All the episodes for Star Trek Lower Decks are over there at full length, along with a lot of other stuff. If you want to join us here on YouTube, that would be great. But I know that Star Trek Lower Decks is ending. There's other sci-fi out there to watch, but nothing really holds the same type of luster as your first love. And that's the first reaction series that I chose to do for the channel was Star Trek Lower Decks. I would love to see you all around, but if this is the last time that we fly together, friends, know that I love each and every one of you and I appreciate your support so much. Thank you for flying with me for 5 seasons. Without further ado, my friends, let's watch Star Trek Lower Decks, the series finale, Season 5, Episode 10, The New Next Generation. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And for the final time in Lower Decks, away we go! Good thing I have this totally non-alcoholic coffee to get through the day and watching Star Trek Lower Decks, since I'm watching in the evening times. That coffee was great.
Their Boimler is so cool and successful. If I copy him, then maybe I can be cool too.
I kind of fought himself for a second.
Harry, you have to stop!
Damn you two, Pip Kim.
Wait, use my reality. I piggybacked a message to my duplicate. He'll know what to do.
Will he?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't.
We should have sent it to like the mirror reality, or the one where a couple. I'm just going to say this in case someone hasn't seen it. A couple people came from and were the recent episode series of Star Trek.
Set course for the border. Maybe we can antagonize Starfleet into a fight.
Crypto, you are not Pupper.
The Council! We're only patrolling this worthless corner of the Empire because my brothers were murdered and the Council thinks me weak.
I miss the old TOS Klingons. I've said it. Oh shit. You better get the absolute F out of there. Oh. They're changing into the Klingons from Discovery Season 1 and 2, I suppose. I've seen both of those.
No! This is exactly what I needed.
A huge temporal disturbance? We're in the credits. Oh, I'm gonna watch these and enjoy them. Okay, I'll ask this question because you know me, I like to ask questions. But place your bets. Place your bets. Do we lose a character? I'm talking like a major character, like I'd say bridge crew and lower deckers. I hate to say major character because if like we lost like a Kashan, I'd be very upset. Like Jet, if Jet went down, I'd be upset. Jen, if Jen went down, I'd be upset. Well, oh man. Place your bets though. Do we lose the Cerritos? I mean, if I had to pick, I would say I would want the Cerritos to go down before any of the characters, obviously, because for me, I think the spirit of a ship lives on just with a new letter of the alphabet, you know? At least that's the way I hope I'll feel. With that being said, I am a huge mark for the original Enterprise, Kirk's Enterprise.
Having finished repairs at a joint Starfleet Klingon research station, the Cerritos is enjoying a little downtime.
Yeah, for about 12 seconds.
Want to play Sexy Treasure Island on the holodeck?
Only if I get to be Long John.
God, I love you.
Jesus.
I am cataloging the Corbopple levels of the isometric flingometer.
And I'm researching how Corbopple emissions affect sleep.
SSOS. Senior Science Officer shit.
It is a foundational element of artificial gravity.
What is going on with his implant?
Since when does everyone bring work to the bar?
Right.
I cannot believe basing your personality on that thing actually worked. That beard looks good. I hate it.
I didn't actually crib all that much.
To do this with your friends. Sorry, the replicator didn't have a code for a brand.
Holy we're all gonna die!
What the hell? Boys, wait up! What are we screaming about?
Jack Quaid, everybody.
He's freaking out about some pad.
It is not just you.
Is someone trying to get a message to you, Rutherford, via the link? Like, interrupting it?
Mom, I know this is coming from nowhere and we're just junior officers, but we have to take it seriously.
I agree.
Oh.
That was easy.
You're two of my best officers. And after all we've been through, I think I know enough to trust you.
Shit, that choked me up. Damn, how did that get me? Oh, here we go. Mott!
Yeah, why so tense, brother?
Oh, shit.
You destroyed one of my ships. I was lucky to survive.
We don't know what you're talking about.
I know, but there's just enough truth to convince the High Council. Stark and Dorg were weak. I am not. Fire!
Oh, they're dead.
I will ram their bridge. We will have the element of surprise. Sorry, brother, but today is not a good day to die.
Go to warp, go to warp, go to warp.
Unlock my controls now! Come on!
Go. Well, that was like the worst executed, like, ambush ever.
The rift itself is easily sealed with a subspace gluonic beam.
The problem is getting to it. The rift is surrounded by a Schrodinger possibility field.
Oh my god.
Into other possibilities from the multiverse. Fascinating.
Oh my god.
Your class ship handle a catastrophe of this scale.
Oh, thank God. For a moment, it sounded like this was...
But
Enterprise is en route, but there's no time. The two Boimlers are linked in ways we don't yet understand.
I've calculated adjustments for your shield harmonics. In theory, they should block the effects of the field. Sending them now.
In theory?
you're sending them to die.
With the connected Boimlers, you're our only option.
What the f? You sent a universe-destroying rift to your own dimension?
It wasn't me, it was William.
Looks like the Boimlers have given us no choice.
The Boimlers. Brad gets lumped into it.
These plasma conduits are ancient. We're never gonna flush them in time.
Why does he keep thinking things are old?
There seems to be a potential interference between the field and the duranium alloys throughout the Cerritos.
It could affect the hull, but the shield update should make sure that the crew is unaffected.
The hull is kind of important.
We're working on a fix. We just need more time.
You don't have it.
Captain, a small vessel just dropped out of warp. They're hailing us.
Damn it.
Oh,
Do not want asylum. Yes, you do. I do not.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
Then I guess we better find out.
bring him on board.
Relga seeks revenge because I killed her brothers.
Yeah, let me just hop in here.
Let me just hop in.
Yes, but confined to quarters. Sorry, but apparently we're the only ones who can save the frickin' universe today.
The frickin' universe.
We need you on the bridge. More Klingons just dropped out of warp.
What?
Good.
Good. Oh, Cerritos, you are outnumbered.
I'm assuming you're Relga?
I have tracked 2 murderers to this location.
Okay.
I'm sure we can solve this in a diplomatic fashion.
Eat shit.
I know who you are, Captain Carol Freeman. Your admiral mate will not protect you from me.
Really? She knows quite a bit.
Put her on hold.
Nobody puts me on hold.
So, we've partially updated our shields, and we should be able to head to the rift.
You're harboring 2 criminal Klingons, Captain.
What?
I'm ordering you to immediately hand them over to Captain Relga.
Dad, these are my friends.
Is this coming from command?
It's not coming from anybody. It's not coming from anybody. No, that's horse shit. That's not even... She already knew about the Admiral.
Malor seems to have, wandered off.
Good.
This is a trick. Sensors can't locate him. I have a team sweeping the ship.
Oh my god, he's gonna go over to the other ship and ram it.
Give us both brothers or I will take them by force.
All right.
Evasive maneuvers!
Come on. Sons of bitches, man. It's like an entire attack wing. Return fire, guys.
Set a course for the rift.
But Captain!
We don't have time for a fight. Warp me!
Warp me. Jesus. We are in it, aren't we?
Mom, I didn't hide Malor.
I know, but I still need you to find him now. Those Klingons are forcing us into a bad situation.
I hope he wasn't on the other ship. Oh my god.
Quantum interference with the hull could alter the physical structure of the Cerritos.
Well, whatever we turn into is still better than getting blown up by Klingons.
Oh, the Cerritos. Oh, wow.
Freedom class.
How do you even go to warp with one nacelle?
It's possible to project a warp bubble without dual nacelles. The only sacrifice is
You don't
the
have
stat
time to
dash.
nerd out about this, Lieutenant.
We don't have time for this. Well, they're going to turn into all kinds of shit.
One of their ships is changing.
Oh my god.
Oof, an ancient Klingon sailing barge. All lives lost.
Yeah, that ain't great.
We are co-senior science officers. We should be working together on this.
It appears the pressure of our situation is impairing your logic. Perhaps we should work on different systems.
Perhaps.
Guys, come on. Save the jokes, Matt.
Whoa.
You actually found something?
It's a log about Klingons seeking asylum. Becky Mariner's the one who hid them.
What?
Wow, that doesn't mean I did.
Where would you hide them? Keep your mind on the job, Matt.
Cerritos is a Terran Empire ship now. By the prophets, our weapons are amazing! No, weapons are down!
Here today, gone today. Oh my god. Where's
Tell
shields?
me we still have shields.
Barely, but engines are down. We're dead in space.
Oh my god.
Captain Freeman! This purple boy has proof that Mariner...
Purple boy.
Give me the pad!
Boy, that thing was working for you. You're so handsome and cool.
I don't want it in my life if it means not having your back.
Ugh.
Sweet. You're a better friend than Beard Boimler.
I don't need a pad to know that. Friendship?
No!
Oh my god. Friendship, everybody.
Battle!
Oh.
I hid Malor.
What? Ha! I f***ing knew it.
Why?
That message from Admiral Freeman didn't sit right.
That's right.
Relda's a bully. I knew you had to follow orders, so I bought you time and some plausible deniability.
Fucking A, Ransom.
They're murderers. I'm ordering you to immediately hand them...
Aw, she faked the message.
Damn, that is so dishonorable.
There has to be some sneaky, underhanded Kirk-style trick we can use to f*** her up like they did in the old days.
Absolutely.
Well, at least I didn't have to fake a message.
What? A pity you discovered my trick. Now your crew has to die.
Let's do it then. Oh my god.
We are fully exposed to the energy field!
What?
No! Fire on them! Destroy them!
What are they gonna turn into?
Ugh, what are they turning into?
Mindless proto-Klingons, filled with rage.
Dear God. Death by de-evolution.
Captain, the Cerritos is operational! We've got all Sovereign class!
Holy shit.
Full impulse.
It's a big ass ship. Oh my god, Galaxy. Was the other one a Grisham class, like medical frigate? Reliant, right?
We're back to normal.
Yeah, we are. We are!
Captain, the rift is expanding too quickly.
What's the matter?
Guys, my problems aren't with the Cerritos. They're with my implant. Time to do this the old-fashioned way.
What?
We can reconfigure systems better than anyone.
Whoa! I've never seen someone engineer that fast!
He's routing the rift's energy directly into the dilithium chamber.
We are being fueled by interdimensionality itself. The results will be unpredictable.
Holy shit! They're all getting their moment. I love it.
Our superpositions are decoupling!
The Cerritos is bifurcating into two quantum possibilities.
We maintain this speed, they'll both be destroyed.
Need to be the most in sync.
Relinquish control. Trust each other. Before, we had to prove ourselves. Now, we unite as... Science besties.
Yes! Oh my god, they're all getting their moment.
Captain, we're in range.
Fire.
It's not working.
It looked like it was working.
On my farm. When a river threatens to destroy your crops, you cannot stop it, but you can build a dam. What are you talking about?
He's right.
The Cerritos. Come on, little ship.
Whoa, the energy's contained.
What's that?
It's permanently open.
Holy sh! Wait, did we just save the universe?
You did. Oh, I love it. Nice of y'all to show up.
Due to her dishonorable actions, the High Council handed over Relga's fleet to Mock's command.
Oh,
The increased tachyon density means no modern starbase can be stationed nearby. Luckily, there's one with older systems that aren't
80.
Starbase 80. The mission? Explore strange new realities with a little help from some familiar friends.
Oh my god.
It's been an honor, Captain.
Oh,
I'm proud to say that you don't need me. It's my turn to go on an adventure.
I love you, Mom.
oh, okay. Oh, I knew this was gonna happen.
Isn't this what you wanted?
I love you, but I also love putting.
Welcome to Starbase 80, Freemans! Now let's get you slimed up with some homemade disinfectant gel.
She's kidding, right?
She is not.
Oh, Rutherford, hey, will you take a look at this data I compiled for?
No implant.
Where's your implant?
I had to choose between the Cerritos and the Oculus. Not really a choice at all.
I think you look very handsome.
Oh, thanks, Tindy. Wow, emotions can get pretty intense without a dopamine inhibitor, huh?
Oh no, we're just friends.
My head feels hot.
What?
Am I sick?
Let me take your temperature.
Clearly, I was mistaken.
Clearly.
You know why Boimler's weird death-faking clone sent that cosmic wave at us? Because he knew we kick ass.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about the 5 of us. The whole Cerritos crew is stacked with amazing officers. But this thing we do doesn't require perfection. We're explorers. We live for the unknown. You can't prepare for that.
Oh my god, that's the dude that ascended. He came back.
But we're a family. That's why I love it here.
I do declare.
Captain, on deck!
Jack.
Mr. Rutherford, a little birdie told me you made some pretty inspired updates to the plasma injectors.
Was it Dr. Miglimo?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Starfleet wants us to check out some talking goo on Snickmick 5.
What viscosity is the goo?
Ooh, does it have anything nice to say?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Boimler, huddle up with us.
Huddle up. Oh, no, we're not doing coach talk.
I need a first officer.
The first officer.
I might eventually promote one of you. Think of it as a contest.
Please don't do this.
Please don't do this. There she goes.
I gotta figure out a cool thing to say when we go to warp.
I think it'll happen naturally over time.
Yeah, you don't want.
You got it, Jack.
I got one. Engage the core.
No, don't you dare go to warp.
That is absolutely what Jack should say.
Oh, please don't make this our lives,
Come
sir.
on, you don't want to set that tone.
Sir.
What if this is a 5-year mission?
Engage the core!
All right, everybody, we just got done watching Star Trek Lower Decks, the series finale, Season 5, Episode 10, The New Next Generation. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just got done watching the series finale of Star Trek Lower Decks, Season 5, Episode 10, The New Next Generation. I don't think they could have stuck the landing better than this, especially given the idea, you know, there's been mixed information that has come out from the creatives that they knew this was their last season before they were done animation, and they didn't know and had to try to like work it into a fitting end. Regardless of what way it went out, I don't think, I mean, other than maybe making the entire seasonal format, you know, sort of a goodbye, I think they did a really good job with the entire season. And this finale in particular, not even like just kind of taking the rest of season 5 out of play, the last 2 episodes have been exceptionally strong, and it's a great way to end. And I think that the best thing to take away from all of this is we didn't lose anybody. We did not lose the Cerritos, and she's still out there. You know, depending upon what era you're looking at for Star Trek, the Cerritos is in play. She's flying. She's exploring strange new worlds and all of that great stuff. And the idea that she could come back and these characters could come back in some form or another, whether it be live action or animation, it what better place to leave them? I was scared that they were going to blow up the Cerritos and then send everybody to the wind. And in a way, I'm not sure which I would have. I'm not sure if the other way would have been more poignant or just kind of like needlessly sad. And I think that this was the hopeful, kind of the Roddenberry ending that I think we needed. So going by, science besties, what a great moment. Rutherford no longer needing the implant. I think that was a little kind of a convoluted area for me. But just for me, that they didn't, and again, help me out here, folks, they didn't really explain why his implant was giving him fits and why he was kind of like fighting with him. I don't remember. I know that he had problems with it, but I didn't think that it was systemic. Like, we only really started to hear about it last episode when it fired the plasma. It's not supposed to do that. Like, it was malfunctioning. We had the door thing, but that was a while ago, and he didn't really seem to be that bothered by it. I'm probably missing something which would clarify the entire thing, but Rutherford being able to figure out exactly what the Cerritos as a support ship is able to reconfigure, and did a fantastic job. I'm not sure what Beckett did at the end when she was kind of like given the hint of the damming up the rift. She did something to the projection, a beam emission that was coming. So I'm not sure exactly, what she did, but it was, she had her moment. Everybody had Jack had his moment by hiding Ma'at's brother. Just really cool stuff. And I think a good use of the Klingons too, for just kind of like, the being around foil. That's like the Klingons' job, is just to muck something up, and you always have that rogue Klingon who just, F the council. And then everybody else is like, honor is my life. But there's always one captain of a Klingon ship somewhere that can just let their rage fly. That's what I guess that's what I appreciate about the more modern Klingons. I said it in the reaction, and this is like kind of a tangent, but I'll put it in here since we did have Klingons in this episode. I'm a huge fan of the original series Klingons that were just like tacticians and like just kind of like really good adversaries for Kirk. Not necessarily like rage filled, or they were more. Someone made this. I didn't make this point. I'm not smart enough. Someone made this point and said the original Klingons in the original series were more akin to our modern day Romulans. You know what I mean? Like the more developed Romulans were sort of like the original Klingons, kind of shrewd, tactical. Always kind of working the angles, but at the same time deadly adversaries. Really like that. Really like that. But again, Ma'at was a great character. It was great to have him folded back into everything. Like I said, everyone just had their moment, and I think that it was so strong. And for me, and I know Brad did a lot in this episode, but Brad's moment was breaking that pad. Brad's moment was realizing that his advancement, even though he was able to take some very strong kind of hints and clues and suggestions from the pad, truly wasn't him. And, the idea that he broke the pad because his love, friendship for Beckett superseded his need for a map, it was just really well done. It left, I think, a fan of any character on the show was given their appropriate moment with that character before they left. I don't think that there was any, but Miggly Moo, maybe that they didn't really get into too terribly much. But everybody else had their time. Everybody else had their moment. All of our lower deck, all the crew, you got to see everybody come out. And I totally forget the demigod's name. Damn it. But she came out with that awesome shot on the outside of the hall, throwing the bolt. That was such a baller move. A really cool idea by Billups, who, Billups is always there to make sure, things are getting done, and, just kind of keeping us up to date with the engineering side of everything. Just fantastic characters that were all given their due. They were all given their grace. A testament to the writing staff, who I'm sure loves these characters more than we could collectively ever love them. You know, those are their kids, those are their babies, and the performers that voiced them and made them. You know, those will never. They'll always be a part of them. You know, like Jack Quaid. Boimler's always going to be a part of Jack Quaid. You know, he'll probably at some point, you know, God willing, when he's 90 years old, you know, he'll get up and, you know, do the power walk from Section 31, you know, or something. You know, I hope they all do. I hope they all think of kindly of these characters as we do, and you know, the incredible adventures that they took us on. I hope that they remember them and live them as much as, you know, we can relive them. You know, they provided an incredible bit of entertainment, love, support, you know, family, really. You know, that's what I think of whenever I get to know one of these Star Trek crews. And, you know, I mean, it's by design, you know, that you look at these crews and you say, oh my God, you know, I love this crew. This crew's so awesome. And then at one point you start thinking of them as friends and you think of them as your family, and, you know, and I think that that's healthy when you're that invested into a narrative and you're that invested into a show, that you start, you know, oh my crazy buddy Beckett, you know, that's a great way to look at it, because it speaks of not a separation between the observer and the art. You know, that's when the art takes on a whole new category, when the art becomes an experience, when the art becomes a part of your history, your memory. You know, it's viewed with an emotional quality and compatibility that you only express towards, you know, lovers, friends, and family. You know, that you think of that entity, that piece of art, as so important to you that it deserves the same measure of affection that you give to all of those people that are the most important in your life. That, I mean, we all have that good book. We all have that favorite movie. We all have that great TV show. And, you know, if Lower Decks is that for you, that's fantastic. You will always have them. You know, and Lower Decks absolutely is an incredible show, and I'm so glad that I watched it. Am I sad that it's over? I hear you all silently asking, am I sad that it's over? Yeah, I'm sad that it's over, because I think that there's always more stories, there's always more adventures, there's always more legends to be written and tales to be told. The true measure of a great show, a great book, a great movie, a great piece of art is that you don't stop thinking about it when it's over, that you don't recognize the ending of the show, of the play, whatever you, because it lives in your head from that point forward. It never is truly over. Star Trek Lower Decks is never truly over. We can always go back to episode 1, the very first scene we see of Beckett and Boimler, where Beckett takes the batleth and slices off a piece of Boimler's thigh. We can always go back there and start again. We can relive the journey. We can relive our favorite parts. We can watch it backwards. We can do whatever we'd like. We can see these characters when we need to see them. But the thing is, we don't even have to turn on Paramount Plus or wherever you happen to be watching it. We can just remember, and we can have that same type of nostalgia that you share for people that you went to school with, or birthday parties that you've had, or events and weddings that you've attended, or, you know, even the sad times as well when you've lost somebody. You know, these characters and everything, while it doesn't eclipse, obviously, those truly important, you know, the reality-based people in our lives, it's not wrong to feel that same level of affection for a piece of art that you do for somebody that you truly love, because that's what love is. It doesn't see you know, the flesh or anything like that. It just knows what we love. And that's what I think makes a show like Lower Decks so important and special, is because, you know, we can legitimately share this love between an entire community. We can legitimately return to these shows whenever we want and watch them and relive them and experience them again. And, you know, just enjoy those moments like we do the memories of holidays past, or moments, special moments shared. And so am I sad that it's over? Yeah, I'll always be sad that it's over, but I would have been unknowingly more distraught had I never walked and flown on the Cerritos, like we all did. And friends, that leads me to all of you. I want to thank you all so much for embracing me as a member of both the Star Trek and the Star Trek Lower Decks community. It's meant the world. I just started watching Star Trek a little over a year ago. I watched Lower Decks. I started watching Star Trek, the original series, wanted to make myself a better Star Trek fan. And then I wanted to be a better sci-fi fan. And it's honestly, it's a progress or a task that would be okay to be done in a vacuum. But watching all of these things in a vacuum is not the way to go about it. I mean, you can, but I'm not sure that I would have put the same type of, not necessarily pressure, but drive on myself to watch all these things and talk about them and relive them if it hadn't been for all the communities, the Star Trek Lower Decks community, Star Trek community, Expanse, all the shows that I watch, all of this, whether it be Star Trek or sci-fi or everything, doesn't matter. Sharing these thoughts and feelings and people that are as appropriately passionate about the things you're passionate about cannot be duplicated. And it's an incredible feeling of solidarity. And I appreciate each and every one of you that have said and left such nice comments, that have liked the videos, that have just that made me feel like I was a part of this great big thing that is this great big thing. It's the Star Trek community. It's the lovers of science fiction. It's it's an open community. Everybody wants you to experience it and see these things and love these things that they love. I think the bottom line, friends, is that that's it. That's the bottom line. Friends. Every time I log in here, we have a discussion, we watch a great show, we see something we've never seen before, and we move on taking that knowledge, that memory, that love of that moment and that episode and those characters with us forever. And we discuss it. We talk about it, and it's the best. And friends, I know that Star Trek Lower Decks is over now. And for the journey, that might be the end of our journey between you and I. I would love it so much that if we could continue to find a new show and watch some new things. But if this is to be the end, know that I love and appreciate each and every one of you that have watched this with me and have stuck by me when I've gotten things wrong and gone off on the deep end of conspiracy theories or anything like that. It means the world to have had you around, and would mean all the worlds and all the multiverse to have you around in the future. And like I said, just for me and for the channel, we absolutely will continue with all things Star Trek as I'm watching the original series, and then I will of course go on to the next generation. Star Trek Strange New Worlds will be beginning in the new year. I will have peripheral stuff coming through as well. I have my very first co-host joining me for The Last of Us, as my daughter joins me for that show. I have Firefly will be coming. Many different things will be appearing, my friends. Babylon 5 is in pre-production right now. So if any of those things tickle your fancy, friends, I'd love to see you there. But if this is the end of our journeys, no, I'll never forget you. I'll never forget the Cerritos. I'll never forget these characters. And I'll never forget our time. However many episodes we shared, I'll never forget our time here in Star Trek Lower Decks. So friends, from the bottom of my heart, Vulcan roll. And I'll see you.